Hey YouTube, it's Michael Lambert here. I'm back once again with another reaction video. Once again, I'm reacting to Shiitake mushrooms in this video. Shiitake mushrooms, origins, original. This is the new one that they uploaded this past Saturday, and I'm going to react to it right now. And if any notifications pop up during the video, I apologize. I will take care of them. Now let's get to this video.
Hi, hey, what's up, guys? I am here with Uncle Jay today. And Jay, what are we doing?
We're going around our old homes we used to live in. Busted.
Oh, someone's getting busted by the police.
Some disturbance going on.
There's some disturbance in the neighborhood that we're going to check out. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Things are crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Kind of the bad part of town.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, before that happened.
Yeah.
So we're going to check out what? Old neighborhoods that
all the houses. I did a video about it back a few years ago, but we want to kind of just do it together.
Yeah, we're going to do it together this time.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
Jay and I, we grew up in a lot of houses from like, what was it, like 1988 through
88 to about 2000.
Yeah, 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a backtrack of basically the origins of Shiitake mushrooms. So sit down, relax, and enjoy our little tour of our sad, pathetic little lives as kids. So, the building here, it's a hospital. It's a pretty big hospital. That's where Leland was born, guys.
That's where he came into the world.
This is where Leland came into the world, guys.
Just Leland, not Leanna.
Yeah, Leanna was born in a different hospital. But yeah, Leland was born in that hospital.
Okay.
What is going on today? I don't know. Well, we entered that neighborhood, I guess.
The herd.
Are we like in the underbelly of Salt Lake Valley? What's going on?
This is Solid Valley.
Wow.
All right, so we're driving down State Street here in Midvale, and this is going to be the first house that we moved to
When we moved to America.
yeah, so Jay and I are from England, but when I was 8 and Jay was like 6, we moved to America with my mom, and we're going to show you guys the first ever house we lived in here in Midvale, Utah. Yeah. So we're having a hard time finding our first house.
Yeah, because it's
been so long, since 1988.
We don't have memories of this house.
Yeah, so we got to try to find it on the map.
my.
We actually cannot remember how to get to this first house.
I don't usually get lost.
So we're not off to a good start here. All right, we found it. So it's going to be right in here. It's like a cul-de-sac.
Okay, cool.
There it is right there. There's our house right there. Yeah. So this is our old house right here, guys. The one on the right. So it's a duplex. And then this is where we live, right here, guys. So I'm going to hop out for a sec and we'll just park like right here. All right, guys. So when I was 7, turning 8 years old, this was the first neighborhood Jay and I lived at. So we lived at this house here. It's a duplex. We lived on this side of this duplex. So I was like 8 years old. Jay was 6 years old. And yeah, it's the first time we lived in America. So this is our neighborhood. So I think we only lived here for about 6, 7 months, not even a year. It was back in 1988. All right, so Jay, how do you feel seeing your first house?
Not a lot of memories of that house, hardly any memories.
You're pretty young though.
But the next houses we looked at, there's going to be more and more like actual memories.
All right, so as kids, we moved around a lot because our parents rented a lot.
Yeah.
So they didn't own a house for a while. So like the one at the duplex where we started out, they were just renting there.
Plus they were newlyweds, you know.
Newlyweds, they were just starting out. So the next house we're going to is actually like the first like legit house that we lived at. But we were still renting though. We didn't own any of these next few houses that we're going to show you guys.
Yeah.
But a lot of good memories. Cessna Circle in Sandy, Utah. So it's a very beautiful area, and I can't wait to show this off to you guys.
Yeah.
All right, so we are heading towards Cessna Circle, and these guys have the best park ever. I love this park. As kids, we used to come to this park. We used to go, there's like a playground on top of the hill.
Yeah.
There we used to go sledding. You can't really see it now. The trees have gotten so much bigger over the years. But the park was across the street from Cessna Circle. And this was our second home. So once we moved from Midvale, the last house that I showed you guys, so this was the house right here, guys. Cessna Circle. We lived at this house. And some good memories here. So I'm gonna get out and just take a quick look at it.
It's crazy how old this house is.
Okay, guys. So from the year 1989 to 1990, I lived in this cul-de-sac here, Cessna Circle, and this was the house here that I grew up in when I was like 9 years old. In fact, I remember learning how to ride a bike here in this cul-de-sac. I do remember learning to ride a bike for the first time, and yeah, we used to go to the park there across the street. A lot of good memories here in this neighborhood. I knew a girl that lived in that house. She was pretty cool. We used to hang out all the time. There was another girl there I knew. We used to hang out as kids and had a lot of fun living in this neighborhood. It's a beautiful area here in Sandy, Utah, and a lot of fun memories. And it feels amazing being back here, guys. So we are leaving Cessna Circle because we only lived there for about a year.
It was about a
year and a half.
Okay.
And we're going to take you to our next neighborhood, Platte Way,
Which is like a mile.
which is actually not that far from here. So it's like on the other side of this hill. So we're gonna be driving through this neighborhood that's it's about, a few miles away, but fairly close actually.
Yeah, it's all kind of in the same area.
Cool.
In fact, I remember walking up this road. I used to go to Scouts here, somewhere in this area. I can't tell you which house, but probably somewhere in this area. I used to just walk on foot. God, I forgot what a beautiful area. This is a really nice. I love this area. I would move here again. Alright, so we're headed towards our next house, and there's another park here, so a lot of parks in this area. So then Jay and I started going to this park.
Yeah.
Once we started living in this neighborhood, so a lot of good memories at this park here behind us as well.
Yeah.
So Platte Way, guys, a lot of memories here, a ton of memories. I can't wait to share with you guys this neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. Alright, guys, Platte Way. Oh man, okay, so I just can't believe how much bigger the trees are.
Yeah, everything.
So we rented this house right here, guys. This was the house, and they're all different. These homes are all different now.
Yeah.
But we had a best friend who lived in this house. His name was Adam.
Okay.
Alright guys, Platte Way. I lived here when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, I believe. And yeah, we lived in this house here behind me. And I had a best friend who lived in this house. His name is Adam. And Adam, one cool fact about Adam was that he taught me the love of filmmaking. So he used to make movies as kids, and then he got me interested in making movies as well. So in fact, you guys could even pinpoint this as really the birthplace of Shiitake mushrooms, because a lot of it was because of Adam that got my interest in making movies and recording myself and stuff. And that's a passion that I've always kept since then. I had a traumatizing experience once in this neighborhood. So like, one of these homes down here, when I was like 10 years old, I was riding my bike down the street, and this little dog was chasing me down the street, and he bit me on my leg. I might still have the scar from it, I don't know. Somewhere on my leg.
Ow.
And yeah, the dog bit me, and I was like scared of dogs once because of it, and yeah, traumatized experience as a kid, but good times. Alright, so we are leaving Platte Way, and my parents bought a house finally. So the next house we're heading to is Lampton. And you guys should be familiar with that because we did a whole video of that last year. Alright, so we are leaving Platte Way right now, and a lot of good fond memories of this area, and I like this area. It was a good neighborhood. Yeah, I like it. Kids here were nice for the most part, and there's a few, but for the most part, people here were nice, and a lot of positive experience growing up in this area. So the next area we're not moving to, but showing you guys, kind of the opposite, really. So we're heading to South Jordan, which is on the other side of the valley.
Okay.
And you guys should be familiar with Lampton because we did a whole video of that last year where we actually got to go inside the house and give you guys an inside tour. So if you guys want to see that video, I'll have a link to that video because that's a whole separate video that we actually got to go inside and walk around the house.
That was really
And that was actually pretty cool that we had the opportunity to do that. So I would recommend you guys watch that video when you're done watching this. Before we head up Lampton, we have an elementary school. Yeah, that's not there anymore. That's not there anymore. In fact, I showed that in one of my videos too. So right here, guys, this was the site of our old elementary school. It's not, but it's a completely different building now, and it has a different name, which really irritates me. It makes me sad that they changed the name. So now it's called Glacier Hills. It used to be called Edgemont Elementary, and I'll have to see if I can find an old picture. It was built in the 50s. It was built in the 50s.
Oh my.
But Jay and I came here. Yeah. During our elementary school days. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Welcome to South Jordan. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go, Jay. You ready? Yeah. All right, brace yourselves. Here we go.
We're entering a war zone here.
We're entering the jaws of the beast. Jay and I, we're heading to Lampton right now. The heart of our destroyer. Yeah. So we dealt with a lot of bullying here in this neighborhood, guys.
Crazy people.
So I try to be positive, and I had a small group of friends here, but we were all just kind of losers. We were like the outsiders, you know. We kind of had our own group because we were all just picked on by the majority of the kids in this neighborhood. And something we never really dealt with, Jay and I never dealt with until we moved to Lampton. And we lived there for a good, what was it, like 6 years, something like that?
92 to 98.
92 to 98.
Oh my, wow.
First time my parents got to own a house, so they finally got to buy a house. But what made this move really hard, guys, was that I had to say goodbye to all my old friends in Sandy because there was a different school district. I had to go to a whole new school. I didn't know anybody, and I just started middle school.
The kids were different out here. The kids in Sandy were more chilled. The kids here are just a bunch of weird.
They're just a bunch of punks out here.
Oh my.
So, yeah, Jay and I struggled out here. Alright, so we are crossing the Jordan River. So it's a river that divides the east and the west side of the valley.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty big. It's like
Sandy's like, this is like the east side of the valley. Now we're going over the river. We're entering the west side now. So back in the day before all these houses were built, I used to have a tree house down in kind of that area down there. Now there's a bunch of houses down there.
Yeah.
So we're entering the old neighborhood. Okay, so a lot of memories here in the neighborhood. So there was a girl that lived there that I liked.
Right there.
Yeah, in that house. And I had a friend named Daniel. So they had a few acres back behind the houses where we had the tree house.
Wow.
And none of these houses were built, but I had a friend who lived there, Taylor. And then behind that brick house, there was a girl that I knew. She was on the semi-council with me. Oh, there's Lampton Road. Okay, brace yourselves, guys. So this is the street where anything can happen, really. Good old
Gonna happen here.
yeah, so we've done, like I said.
There's the bear
there's
stuff.
Oh, hi. I'm not filming you, lady. I'm filming the bear.
Okay.
You just happen to be standing by. But okay, she was nice. She waved. Yeah. For then she probably thought, I hope she didn't think I was trying to film her. Okay.
Right.
But Ben's house. So this is a video.
They don't live there anymore.
Yeah, they don't. So Ben, my best friend, used to live at that house. So I picked up a book there the last time, like when I brought Kill here. When I did that video. So, okay, so yeah, Ben used to live in. They had like 10 kids. They had a lot of kids.
The back of the house,
Holy
you don't see it, but
moly.
it's a big house.
It's a
They
big
added
house.
on like 10 big
Yeah. So yeah, we used to spend a lot of time at that house.
I
Our
bet.
house is coming up. It's just right here, guys.
We've already seen this one.
Now you've seen this in our old video, so we won't spend a lot of time here because you guys have already seen this house. Lampton Road, guys, the infamous Lampton Road. This was the house that I grew up in my teenage years, and I don't know if this house ever sold. It might have sold, but we got to walk through it last year. So again, guys, check out that video where you get to see the inside of this house. This is where I spent my teenage years. So I was like 12 through the age of 18. I lived at this house.
Wow.
So definitely a ton of memories here in this neighborhood. This is like when I turned 16. I had my first car. This is when I learned to drive. It was when I first went on dates. When I went to high school here in this neighborhood, guys. So a ton of memories. We were bullied a lot in this neighborhood. So, you know, it was a little rough, but good and bad memories. Let me in. I feel like we gotta get out of here before something happens because this is a crazy neighborhood. Like
a black hole kind of.
a lot of stuff happens here. Crazy shit happens
Back here after that's like a year after we came back here and your truck broke down.
Like broke down. We broke down and stuff. Alright, Alright, so yeah, like I said, rough neighborhood kind of, because I remember once my dad yelled at these teenage kids for speeding down the street. You know, the speed limit's 25, whatever. So, you know, our dad yelled at him, which he had every right to.
Right,
but, you know, this teenager got back at us by smashing our mailbox. And then, true story, I can show you the image right here. Smashed in our mailbox and then graffitied on our driveway, moved back to England.
Yeah, they told us to move back to England.
And they threw eggs at our house and stuff. So this is the kind of crap we had to deal with living out here.
Yeah, that
in
was
Lampton.
so trashy.
Like there was some jerks. Like the adults were nice. A lot of the adults were nice, but the kids were jerks.
I got my Halloween candy stolen here once.
Uncle Jerry got his Halloween candy stolen, like right here. Wasn't it like this sidewalk right here behind us? Yeah, right back here. And I tried to chase down the kids, but they like split off or whatever.
Funny story is I got my dad later and he yelled at them about my candy bag. So that was sad.
So this is life on Lampton, you guys. It was crazy. It was definitely the craziest neighborhood we ever lived in. All right, Jay, get the hell out of Dodge. Like, let's just get us out of here before something happens. Yeah, so this is where we went to church. This was actually one of our church buildings out here. And it was right by the temple. I remember that. So you got one of the Mormon temples here. There's a lot of them. You have a lot of these temples here. But that was like one of the original temples. Oh, here's the McDonald's.
Oh yeah, we were the first customers there.
I remember when this McDonald's opened, guys. We were like the second customers. We were like lined up.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
And it's been remodeled like once or twice since then.
Wow.
But yeah,
it was a big thing.
It was a big deal. We finally had a McDonald's in town.
Was that like 94 when that?
It might have been, yeah.
94.
A lot of memories of this building. It's the seminary building. It's like a religious building when I was on the seminary council. And this is Bingham, home of the miners. This was my high school.
Oh my.
Let me get out.
Oh yeah, Grandpa and Grandpa lived right there.
Oh yeah, where that neighborhood
He
is.
used to have a farm there.
All right, yeah, I have to show you guys my old high school while we're in the area. So Bingham High School, guys. This was my high school from like the years 95 to 98. I graduated in 98, guys. So a ton of memories of this high school.
Wow.
A lot of good memories. It was a good high school. I enjoyed it. So there's a seminary building here, which is like an LDS thing. So during my senior year, I was on the seminary council, guys. So like 97, 98. So this building here, separate from the high school. You know, you can take like religious classes here.
Wow.
And yeah, I was on the seminary council. So, you know, there was like a group of us. There was like 15 of us or whatever. And we would plan activities, fun activities and stuff like that. And so, you know, we did a lot of stuff. You know, me and these other kids. And it was a lot of fun. Had a lot of precious memories. Spent a lot of time inside this building. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And it's what I got to do for practically my entire senior year here in high school before I graduated.
Wow.
So this part of the school back here behind me is like where the gym is and all that. I remember going to homecoming dance. I remember taking a very popular girl to homecoming dance.
Wow.
And that was a lot of fun. A lot of precious memories. All right, so anyway, we are going to head to the next house. So yeah, Bingham High School. Fun high school. I enjoyed it. A lot of fun, a lot of good memories, like I said.
I bet.
All right, guys, so I'm in West Jordan, and I have to show you where I work. My very first job, guys, was here at Burger King. So this Burger King opened back in like 96. So I'm just going to walk in here real quick. They've like remodeled this place. It doesn't even look the same anymore. But yeah, this was the... How you doing? I used to work here a long time ago. So yeah, my first job ever here at Burger King. I just had to show that off to you guys real quick. That lady, she's all like, I don't care. Like she's all looking at me all weird, but whatever. So yeah, Burger King. You know, get it your way, whatever. The BK Lounge. Burger King, good old Burger King. They've like remodeled since then, but I got fired there because I just goofed around a lot.
Oh my!
I was only 16. I never took the job serious.
Oh my!
But that was my first job ever. Kind of a sad part of our lives, right? It was kind of the hardship of our lives.
Yeah,
like after I graduated, in like June of '98, my parents had to file for bankruptcy, so they lost the house. The first house that they ever got to own, they were in Lampton.
And the stupid Jazz lose the NBA Finals.
And that's when the Jazz lost the NBA Finals. Thanks, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
But anyway, so my parents had to go back to renting houses, to get back on their feet. So we had some financial hardship for a while.
Yeah.
So that's why we had to move out of Lampton. All right, so we are heading to the West Jordan.
Oh my.
Neighborhood, so it was right after, during the bankruptcy, we had to give up the house on Lampton, and we had to move. I called it the New Age and all that.
Yeah.
So this stop sign here,
It was this one?
I ran this stop sign once, and I got pulled over, and I told the police it was a dumb place for a stop sign, because at the time, this street was a dead end. So why the hell did the dead end street have the right of way versus the main road here into the neighborhood? That makes no sense.
Right.
That's why I told them that was a dumb place for a stop sign. Ben lived there. So I never. So I knew a different Ben. I knew more than one Ben's, and he was cool. Alright, guys. So after I graduated high school, I just turned 18. My parents had to file for bankruptcy. They lost the house, so we had to move to this neighborhood here in West Jordan on Vista West, and they had to rent a house again. And this was the house here, directly behind me, where we lived during the age of 18 and 19, I believe. So a lot of fond memories of this neighborhood. I hung out with the youth here a lot, with the LDS church, and so we spent a lot of time with the young adults, and the church was actually 2 houses down, so I spent a lot of time here at the church with the youth program and stuff, and the kids here were actually very nice, unlike Lampton, so they actually welcomed us with open arms. And people here were very nice. These houses on the other side, the people there were kind of crazy that lived across the street from us. We had some drama there, but besides that, this was a really good neighborhood. Alright, so I had to show you guys the church now. I used to go to spend a lot of time here with the youth program, like I mentioned. So this is where I had my mission farewell. So I lived here from when I graduated high school up until when I went on an LDS mission. So this is where I had my mission farewell and stuff, and a lot of memories here. So this area here, this sidewalk, I actually asked a girl once if she could be my girlfriend. So there's also that. So a good area. I mean, you've had good memories here too. This is when you went to high school.
I was in high school here.
Yeah. Like I said, I graduated. So what's funny was I went on my mission and I lived in Long Beach, California for 2 years, and then my family freaking moved again just while I was on my mission. So then when I came home, it wasn't the same house. In fact, they just moved down the street.
Literally moved down the street.
So this was the only time where we had 2 houses in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Which is kind of strange.
It was a pretty simple move.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a simple move. You just walked. You could walk to the house. All right. So the year is 2002 now. I came home from my mission, and my parents bought a house while I was on my mission down the street from the other house I just barely showed you.
Right.
My parents bought this house here. So when I was 21, 22 years old, before I got married, I lived in this house here. And so I don't have a ton of memories of this house other than, I just started dating and stuff. I was 22 years old, and we had the 2002 Winter Olympics here in Salt Lake. So I remember watching that here at this house. Okay, so a lot of you guys don't know this, but I was married once before to my ex-wife, before I met Carol. So while I was living at this house here, this is when I met my ex-wife, and we got married, and then I moved in with her. So this next house we're gonna go is actually to my former in-laws' house. So this actually has me really nervous, guys. I hope they don't live there anymore. I'm gonna have to go in stealth mode or something.
Oh,
so Jay, how you feeling? Seeing all these old houses?
It's just so many houses.
Yeah.
But each one has their own little memories.
Do you have a favorite?
I have 2.
Okay.
The last one we just looked at, Westland, that was right after. That was
like right when I graduated from high school. Yeah, that has some good memories, you know. And then I would say kids there were nice. Yeah, kids were nice. There, yeah, the Mormon kids were nice. And then the early one in Sandy. Yeah, that was such a beautiful area. Yeah. Alright, so we're heading to another kind of dark neighborhood. This one's worse than Lampton, guys. Alright, so I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to show you guys where I lived when I was married to my first wife. So my ex-in-laws, I really hope they don't still live around here. Alright, guys, my heart is racing right now.
I bet.
A lot of not so good memories. Neighborhood here. So we're gonna make a right here. We're getting very close, guys. Very close to where my ex-wife and I live. Ex-in-laws. So we're just gonna keep following this road. Oh man, this is worse than Lampton, guys.
I bet.
So it's gonna be at the end of the road here. It's gonna be on our right side. It's gonna be on my side. So you have this house. That's the house. That's the house. Ex-wife. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get out real quick, I guess. I really hope they don't live here still, guys. This is kind of scary.
I bet.
This is worse than Lampton. Holy cow. So that's... Can't believe I'm doing this, guys. Alright, so this house here, my ex-in-laws, I lived here 2003. I was married to my first wife for about, what was it, like 8-9 months, but then she cheated on me. So yeah, not a lot of great memories here. We lived in the basement. So let's just get this done and over with. Alright, let's get the and Dodge, guys, because these guys were crazy. They were weird. They were just crazy. It just let's get the out of here. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Hate this place. I hate this place. Get me the out of here, Jay. Is that where she grew up? Yeah, she like grew up there. Guys, I was like legitimately scared and like being out there. Like that was worse than Lampton.
I bet.
Like I was more nervous, guys. I was afraid. I was afraid that I don't know, like my old father-in-law was gonna come out and yell or something, or who knows, maybe my ex-wife was still living there. Who knows? Who knows?
Right.
I haven't seen these people for like over 20 years, so who knows? But it was a very short marriage. We got like an annulment. It wasn't even a divorce. It was an annulment.
Right.
So
Right.
next, I'm gonna show you where I lived with. So I actually moved in with her brother, Tony. He actually took my side in the divorce. He even told me before I got engaged with his sister that, hey man, don't marry my sister. She'll just cheat on you. And that's exactly what she did. So he was really cool. So we actually got together and we rented an apartment. So we're gonna head there next. All right, guys. So behind me is one of the apartments I used to live at with my roommate from like back in 2003 after my divorce. I was here for about 6 months. Lived with Tony and Jerry. Those guys were pretty cool. Good memories here, but we were only here for like 6 months.
Okay,
Yeah, a lot of fun memories at this old apartment complex. We used to throw some parties. We had the police called on us a few times because we were loud.
Oh my.
This main building here is like the office, whatever. They had a hot tub here, so I remember bringing some dates here, chill in the hot tub back in the day, back in my single days. So it was fun. Had some good memories here. So this next house we're showing you here on Freeman Circle is where we moved. So my parents moved here when I was living with my ex-wife. So that after my divorce, after I moved out from the apartments, I moved back in with my parents. But yet again, it was a different house. Yeah, we moved a lot.
I bet.
Alright, so now we're heading to Freeman Circle. I think it's just right in here. Yeah. It's like first house here. First Freeman Circle here at the house. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I lived here briefly, not very long. When I was like 24, I think. Like 23, 24. It was right after my divorce. Lived in this house. My parents were renting. Don't have a ton of memory here because I was just dating a lot. I was working a lot, so I didn't spend a lot of time here at this house. But yeah, I lived at this house briefly. There's another one. Check that one off. All right, guys. So after Fabian Circle, my parents moved once again, but this time to what is the most pointless house ever because the house was slated for demolition by the city so the road can be widened. So next we're gonna go to Featherwood and show you the house that doesn't exist anymore. All right, so
You know, mine.
this is where the house was. So Alright, so right here.
That's where one of our houses where we live.
Yeah, right there. It doesn't exist anymore. Is the mailbox still there? Like, why are there two mailboxes? Okay, so this is kind of funny. Okay, so yeah, we lived in this house for a little bit. It was like right there. In fact, I think the mailbox might be the mailbox. Because I think that mailbox belongs to that house. So I think that might have been the old mailbox, because the house used to be like right here.
Right.
But when they added onto the street, when they widened the street, they had to bulldoze the house down. So the house sat like literally right here, where this fence is, where that power generator box is, where the sidewalk is, where this lane is. Used to be the house here on February. So we only lived here for about 9 months. It was kind of a pointless house. I didn't spend a lot of time here. I dated a lot. I was like, how old was I? I was like 24 years old, I think. You know, my parents were just renting, short term.
Right.
And yeah, I didn't spend a lot of time here, like I said. It was just, I was going to school, I was working a lot, and I was dating a lot, so. I do remember I got into a fight, like right here, actually.
Oh my.
Somewhere on the sidewalk, I like punched the guy in the face. I actually got in a fight with someone like right there, so there's a little bit of that history for you, I guess. So my parents moved once again to the current house where they live now, but I didn't want to move with them this time. I got tired of moving with them all the time, so this is about when I met Carol for the first time. And so we like became boyfriend and girlfriend like right away almost, and so I moved in with Carol at these apartments where we're heading to now, where I'm going to show you guys. So this was like mine and Carol's first place, you know, as boyfriend and girlfriend, and then we got married, and it was our first ever place.
Cool.
Alright, so yeah, these are the apartments that Carol and I lived in, and this is a huge apartment complex. Yeah, so there's like an entrance just right over here, and that's not even the same name anymore. This thing's been bought out several times now. So yeah, just right in here where we used to live. Yeah, so from like 2005 through like 2007, I believe, before the townhouse. So this is when I finally moved away from my parents for the last time. I want to say it was this one. I want to say 1310. I want to say this was it right here, 1310. It's where Carol and I started out. So it's just a one-bedroom apartment that we lived at. So the reason why we had to move again was because she was pregnant with Leland, and we needed a bigger place. So we ended up moving. Some things never change. But anyway, we moved to the townhouse next, which was a 2-bedroom. My parking spot was like one of these. It was either this one or that one. One of those. I don't remember, but yeah, that was our parking spot.
Wow.
All right, so after Carol and I moved out of our first apartment, we moved into these townhouses. These white townhouses. I'm going to show them real quick, because this is the house that Leland and Leanna were born in. So I love living here. We lived right behind the park. And the townhouses were just right there, those white buildings. Alright, so it was like between like 2006, maybe 2007 through 2012. I lived at these townhouses right here.
Wow.
Where's one? Oh, number 49. Number 49, I lived at this, Carol and I. This is where we started out. This is where we started having a family. Me and my wife, Carol, and you know, we had 2 kids here. We had Leland and then we had Leanna.
Right.
So this is their very first home. So a lot of precious memories here, guys. This was a good area. Jay's funny. He doesn't want to get out of any of these houses. You don't want to get out here. You don't want to get out for any of this. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm just driving you around. Yeah. Alright guys, so yeah, we've showed you a ton of places where Jay and I lived. So many places, plus a few extra places that I lived.
Right.
You know, with my ex-wife or with my current wife, Carol, like where we started out. There is one more house, just one more house we're going to show you guys. And you guys are really gonna be familiar with this house.
You'll recognize it.
Because this is how you guys first knew us. That's right, we're taking you to the original old Shiitake mushroom house.
Cool.
Alright, so we're gonna go down our old neighborhood, guys. We used to film a lot of skits here back in the day.
Right.
So yeah, just down this road here, guys. At the very end. My old house. My old beautiful house. The old Shiitake mushroom house. And they painted the door yellow. Like, what the crap?
Oh,
I planted those trees right there. You see those trees? Look at them huge. Look at them huge. Like, oh my old house. Oh, I miss you, house. Oh, good house. Alright guys, I have to show you this house, right? The old original Shiitake mushroom house. The first house I ever got to buy and own. My first house. You never forget your first, guys. So we lived here from 2012 to 2019 before we moved to our current house where we lived at now. A lot of good memories here. Remember the kids growing up in this house, and London was born in this house, and good neighborhood, and just a lot of good memories, guys. I do miss this area. It was good. It was a good house. Oh, I remember planting this tree. It's so big now. Like, look at the size of this tree. And that tree too. I planted these trees. I miss these trees. Alright guys, well there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed our tour of all the neighborhoods we grew up in, lived in. We covered every single house, guys. That was crazy. Plus the high school we went to, plus my first job there at Burger King. I even included my old in-laws house, which was scary as heck, but I included that for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give a like and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, check out the Lampton tour video. Again, I'll have that link because you get to go inside. We actually got to go inside the house, and we got to tour inside the house last year. That was a lot of fun. So be sure to check that video out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope we never move again because there's so much moving. Now we are approaching. You guys know this house. The current house that I live at. The best house that I've ever lived in, I would say. Home sweet home.
That was an awesome video. I give it a thumbs up. And let me take care of these notifications. I'll be right back, everybody. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. And I hope you all enjoyed this reaction video. If you're all new to my channel or to Shiitake Mushrooms channel, make sure you guys subscribe. Give both our videos a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell to let you guys know we both post. And share both of our videos with your friends and family members too, please, everybody. And on my channel, we are on the road to 11,000 subscribers. And please help me bring my views and watch hours up on my channel by taking a look at my other videos that are on the 4 playlists that are on my channel. And give them a thumbs up and share them with your friends and family members too, please, everybody. I would really appreciate it. And please help me bring my subscriber count up on my channel as well. Also, please, everybody, I would really definitely appreciate that too. And please help me accomplish my goal to get 11,000 subscribers or more on my channel as well. Also, please, everybody, I would really appreciate it. And please help Shiitake Mushrooms get to 800,000 subscribers as well. Also, please, everybody, I'm sure they would definitely appreciate it. And sorry about my words running together, and I almost said the wrong thing. Sorry, everybody, my bad. And the link to Shiitake Mushrooms' original video will be down in the description down below. I just thought I'd let everybody know about that. And I'm off now, so until next time, see ya!